dancing in the middle of the street.
The new record is called Where We Meet, and it's coming out in March 2012. And I actually recorded half the record, more than half the record, right here in the studio. Bill Leffler is the producer, and loved working with him. He's a hilarious dude, and just had a great time working with him. Past records that I've made, I've kind of done like totally acoustic records or mostly acoustic records, and then records that are more full band, full production. And I've always kind of felt like, man, I'd like to make a record that meets in the middle, that has some of that sparse acoustic stuff, but also has some of the bigger, lush, epic production. And I feel like I accomplished that in this record. So sometimes when I pull into a room like this, I just can't believe it, because I remember back to the days in the coffee shop, and it's awesome to see what's happened since then. I wrote a song called I Can't Save You Now for this record, and wrote it with a friend of mine named Evan, and he and I were just talking about relationships, and I was thinking back to college and a particular relationship I had with this girl. And she was one of those girls that had all kinds of drama all the time and always in the middle of a crisis. And even though I really liked her, I realized that I couldn't fix her and the different things that were going on in her life. And so I had to just kind of wash my hands of that relationship. And it ended up being the right thing to do. But there's this savior complex, I think, that a lot of people have, including myself, where you want to fix things and you just have to realize you can't and walk away.
Cracks in the concrete, breaking the ground beneath your feet, always threatening.
When I make records, I like records that don't always demand all your attention all the time, every second. I like records with space and with what I call just breaths. And so in the making of this record, I tried to make it to where there are breaths in the music, and there's this space that you can kind of just relax into, instead of like, listen to me right in your face the whole time. And so I feel like I did that. We made a record with some space. We just shot a video for Freedom. It's going to be the first single on the record, going to be released to radio. And we shot a music video in Venice and had a blast doing it. And Michael Gray directed.
How you doing? I'm Chris Williams, and I play the shop owner.
The angry shop owner.
Angry, always.
We spent a couple days in Venice getting sunburnt and filming this video, had a blast. We did a lot of it on the boardwalk and had a lot of different people involved. So it's funny because my other videos in the past have been kind of just me and the band, and this we brought in some people. A dude that, Cress, a new friend of mine that's been on a lot of TV, and he's been in like Friday Night Lights, and What's Heart of Dixie is the new show that he's in. He was even in like the original 90210 back in the day. And so it was cool to have him in there, and then one of my songwriting buddies, Caitlin Crosby, was in it, and just a lot of cool people in this video, so I think it's going to come out cool. One thing that I've really enjoyed about my career is, and it's different for everybody, you know, some people have like a big radio hit that makes their career, but we've just been playing live and playing a ton of shows, and I actually started my career just playing at this little coffee shop in Orange County, and out of that coffee shop I just was selling CDs out of the trunk of my car, and over time that just kept growing, and I started playing bigger venues, and then I started touring the nation. And so for us it's just been a different road. It hasn't been like a big radio hit. It's always just been like getting up and playing our songs live to a crowd and word of mouth. And I like that because I feel like there's more longevity there than a big radio hit. And like my favorite compliment for what I do is when people tell me that my music is the soundtrack to their life. And that's just awesome. I'm amazed.